Hi, I'm Heather from Heather Handmade, and I have been working on making some stretch denim jeans for myself using the Ash pattern by Megan Nielsen. I have made a bunch of pattern alterations, and then I did a fit based, and then I sewed up the jeans. So I'm going to show you my 3 stretch jeans that I have basted together and show you the fit and how my flat pattern, the paper pattern alterations worked out for my body. So I have made the Ash jeans twice before. I did one in a corduroy and one in just a regular stretch denim. The first one, the red corduroy, I had a really hard time fitting it. I actually think it was the fabric. It was too lightweight and it just would wrinkle, like it would, because it was so lightweight, like wrinkles, there were just wrinkles that I couldn't figure out what they were, and so I would let it out and take it in, and I never figured it out. The denim ones that I made, those ones actually fit really good and they're comfortable. The issues is that it's too tight on my calf, and I was still learning that and figuring that out. I'm glad that I made those and that I learned that I still wear them, but I'm glad I took the time to figure it out. I do want to say these alterations are not the alterations you're going to use. Can you make pants with no alterations? Yes. Can you make pants with just a couple of alterations? Yes. I have made pants before I did any alterations and I still wore them, and then I did some alterations and I still wore them. I look at those projects and yeah, I wish I would have done fitting, but honestly I was so proud of what I did at the time. I was so happy that I did it, so proud of it. I wore it, I loved it. A lot of them I still have and I still wear. I have made tons of pants, all versions, before I did this many alterations. So it's okay to make jeans or pants with no alterations, some alterations. You just need to slowly work up your skills, make things, work on your fitting skills, and work up until you get a fit that you're happy with. But be happy with your first project that you did that you're still learning about fitting, because fitting is a separate skill and it's really hard to do by yourself without anyone to help you. So it's okay to make things without fitting. It's okay to make things with just a little bit of fitting. You have to do you, and if you want to do it a certain way, then that's the way you should do it. It's okay to make a project with the skills that you have, where you're at, and be happy with what you made, and then learn from it and keep moving forward. Here are the alterations I did for my jeans. So I shortened through the rise. This pattern is drafted for someone who is 5'9". I am 5'10", but I don't have any height in my rise. I am actually kind of more petite. So I always have to shorten here for tall patterns. Then here at the knee, I have, I think it's called knock knees, and it's where my knees are kind of like this. And so I shortened the outer side of the pattern. I cut this and overlapped it 1/2 inch, and then I left the length here on the inside. I did the tall full inseam and I added 1 inch. I do have legs that are long. I chose to do the straight leg stretch version because I have, my calves are larger in circumference, a larger size than other parts of my leg, and so I need a lot of room in my calf. I'll show you what I did, but I start with that, and then I have the width across here where my calf is, and usually I end up taking a lot below the calf at my ankle, but I do that while I'm fitting because it's easier to get it correct with the stretch of the fabric after I've basted it together. Another thing I did is my hip measurement puts me in one size and my waist is larger and puts me in a larger size. So I actually make this seam, I choose the larger size for the waistband, and I make my seam a little bit straighter out here with the pocket piece that goes back here and the you know, the lining piece back here. I straightened that up so it doesn't curve in quite as much, so that it will fit that longer waistband at the top. For the back pattern piece, I also shortened through the rise. That means that the pocket is actually going to be in a different place. I always figure out my pocket placement after the pants are all the way done, everything is finished, because then I can get the right space in the right place. I did the same knock knee adjustment. I shortened on the outside seam and I left the inner seam, the inner knee at the same length. Also, I get a lot of wrinkles on my thigh in the back, just right under here. And I didn't change it on the front because I don't have the problem in the front, but in the back I get extra wrinkles. You need some wrinkles here under your, you know, under your curve here. You're gonna need some wrinkles so that when you bend over it will stretch with you, but I have too much. So I cut this and I overlapped it just to slighten it short, just to shorten it a little bit. And I ease this part into the front inseam, and it works really well and it looks good. You can't tell that I shortened that. Down here, I did a 1 inch calf width adjustment. So you see how it, you know, it comes all the way up here. It widens down here, but then you straighten the line and make it straight. Since I widened it so much here, I cut off a little bit on the side. This is the straight leg of the stretch jeans. So I'm going to end up taking in some of this. You know, I want it to curve in to be skinny jeans, but I need all of this extra space for my calves. When you do the knock knee adjustment, then it actually throws off the grain line. So you want the grain line to be perpendicular to your hem. So you can see that I started here, and then I traced this line all the way up to show me my grain line, and I crossed off the other one. I also did that to the front pattern piece. I straightened the grain line. I also added 1 inch here at the bottom, and those are all of the alterations that I've done for the stretch jeans. I do think that I might have some outseam things up here or down here that I'm going to adjust when I do a base fit. So this pair is kind of a charcoal stretch denim. It's actually S Jean Cone Mills denim, which is a really a highly favorable jeans. It's more denim, it's more expensive, but a lot of people really rave about it online. And this is kind of like I like this charcoal color because I don't wear black, but you know, sometimes you need a dark jean. I bought these from Raspberry Creek Fabrics. So these ones are a little bit thicker than the other two I'm going to show you. They feel nice and thick, but they're really stretchy. They feel good. I have a shirt tucked in underneath, so there's no flashing. This is the internet. And I feel like the front looks really good. I like the way they look. The back looks good. I don't need to take in right here at the center back because I feel like it is snug how I want it to be. The rise is at the right place. I like how it hits right here. There's a little bit of wrinkles for bending, but there's not too many wrinkles. I changed, you know, I did the knock knees. So actually I feel like the grain line on the front of my leg looks better than any of my ready-to-wear jeans. It actually looks correct. I didn't realize it would do that up here. I didn't realize I had that, you know, problem before. I might take in my knees just right here on the outside slightly, so I get a little bit less wrinkles. You can see that my calf is actually looking pretty good with the straight leg and that calf adjustment. I think that removing this will help a lot. And then down below, this is where I'm going to take in the inner and outer seams like this to to make it look like a skinny jean. I think it is a little extra long. I probably didn't need that extra inch, but I still like having more instead of not enough. I'm really happy with the way these fit. Now this is a light colored denim that my friend gave me. I actually don't know where she got it. It's pretty lightweight and it's not a denim color I would usually wear, but I am in the moment where I need to practice denim a lot so I can get better. This one, I have a shirt tucked in because I'm having a hard time keeping this closed. This one seems to fit a little tighter and it's actually fitting pretty good. I might take in the waistband maybe half an inch back here, but this part's good. There's not a lot of wrinkles, but I still have movement. The knees actually look pretty good. I might take this in slightly right here, not as much as the other ones. The calves are pretty good. They maybe could have used a little extra room, and I'm going to tighten definitely down there at the ankle, but besides that, these ones are looking really good. So these are an olive version. This is a tencel blend. I can't remember, some tencel and spandex. I got it from Raspberry Creek Fabrics. It actually looks long, but I am going to crop it down here under my calf. I want these to be kind of like a summer, a warm pant, and the fabric really feels cool. I don't feel like it will hold the heat in. So as you can see, it's fitting my thighs and my legs very well. You can see there is still a little bit of bunching right here at my calf or my knee, and I think this is because, like, if I push this down, I think it's a little bit my calf is pushing it up, and it's a little bit that I need to take in the side seams right here like this, and that will help remove that. You can see that the grain line actually looks correct on my legs, even though I did that knock knee adjustment and my grain line was altered. You can see in the back there is still a little bit of the calf needing more space, you know, down here, but it's actually not that bad, especially if I'm going to remove that space here. That will help those wrinkles. And then I'm going to take this in slightly and crop it to about here. You can see that I don't have that many wrinkles under here. When I bend over, the wrinkles, you know, the wrinkles are for when I do this, but I don't have too many wrinkles. I do think that I'm going to have to take in the center back like this, which is a common alteration for me, that I need space for my waist, but I don't actually need it in the center back. So I usually remove it just right here and taper that in slightly. This pair of jeans is like a black stretch denim, maybe a little heathered. It is the best fabric I have of the three. It is stretchy, but it holds its shape well and it doesn't lose shape during the day. You know, I don't get extra wrinkles as it stretches out. So you can see that it fits really well. There's not really any wrinkles in the front. It's not too tight or too loose. If there's any whiskering, that's kind of what you get for wearing stretch jeans. You have to have a little bit of wrinkles just to have room to move. Here's the back. I have some wrinkles here, which I haven't figured out what that is, but at the same time I need room to bend over, so that might just be, you know, regular wrinkles I have. You can see I have a lot of room right here for my calf. This is where I've done a lot of alterations to get that room that I don't need in the front, and then it still tapers down here at the ankle. I'm really, really happy with these jeans and how they have worked out, how they fit. They're very comfortable and I like how they fit. I do have a pocket stay, which means my pockets go all the way to the front fly here, so it makes this, the front of the pants kind of flatter. It kind of sucks me in a little bit, which I did that on purpose. The pattern doesn't have that, but I wanted that because I have a problem with my fly popping open. It's still, you can see it's popping open a little bit right now. So having that stay right here, that helps my front fly a lot. I also added interfacing to the waistband to make sure it doesn't stretch out as I sew it. So this is kind of my pants version of the Ash jeans. These are an olive green, it's like a tencel blend, and I made these a cropped length. I want to wear them in the summertime. I had some olive summer pants that I've been wearing for the last couple of years, and they got a bunch of holes in it, and I've mended them, and they are now done. They can't be worn anymore, so I am replacing them with these. So you can see the fit is like the last one, where there's a little bit of whiskering here. This is normal for stretch jeans, but I have the pocket stay to help you know, be flat right here. And then I don't really have any wrinkles. I have a little bit at my knee. It's really good in the back. I needed, you know, all that space for my calf, even though these are cropped. And I think they look really great. I'm excited for warm weather when I can wear these. So this pair of jeans is a lightweight stretch fabric. It's a light color. When I first put them on, they look really good. There's no wrinkles. They feel much tighter when I first put them on than my other two pair of pants, but these ones are a cheaper fabric, and as the day goes on, the fabric kind of relaxes and I get a lot more wrinkles throughout the pants. It's all, you know, it's like growing like half a size, but it is a little more comfortable when it is stretched out, so it's fine. I made these knowing that it was a cheaper fabric. I went into it knowing that, and knowing that I need practice doing top stitching and doing a front fly and having it look good. So I went into it kind of knowing I'm using a fabric. My friend gave it to me for free and she didn't want it. So I went into it with a practice pair of jeans that I can wear. I can practice the fit. They're comfortable and they work. They will probably wear out quicker than my other pants, but I still needed the practice, and it was still worth it to make them. So here's the front. Here's the back. There's almost no wrinkling here underneath, and there's no wrinkling, you know, at my knees. These look really good. If you have any questions about jeans or fitting, I will do my best to answer. I'm not an expert, but I have made several pairs of jeans and I'm learning about fitting. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you have a wonderful day.